Alright, YouTube, we'll have a quick firearms show and tell. How about this last year? It is a Yugoslavian M57 Tokarev. I picked it up from Classic Arms over the internet. Came with this leather case, which holds the pistol, a spare mag, and a cleaning rod. The holster itself is very straightforward, a lot of wear. I didn't do a hand select, so I was pretty happy with what I got. The numbers of the gun match, but the numbers on the holsters does not match the numbers on the gun. Let's see. What do we got here? I guess we'll safety check it for all you safety sallies out there. Take the mag out. Yep. So, if you know the story of the Tokarev, Soviets made it in the early 30s. Fedor Tokarev. This is the Yugoslavian variant. The biggest difference between this gun and the original Tokarev TT-33 is that this magazine, if I can hold on to it, it's got silicone all over it, has a 9-round capacity, whereas the original Tokarev magazines only hold 8 rounds. Now, some of the variants of the Tokarev that you'll see, it's a very popular gun in the scary and dangerous places in the world. The communist bloc countries, the Middle East. You see a lot of these guns made in Pakistani flea markets, from what I hear. You see some of those variants chambered in 9x19, but this gun, along with the original Tokarev TT-33, is chambered in 7.62x25. Look at this. It's a necked cartridge. A lot of powder behind a tiny bullet. You can see the muzzle velocities on these approaching 2,000 feet per second or exceeding 2,000 feet per second. Some of the surplus you see was designed for submachine guns, and so you got to be careful shooting that surplus ammo. This is Polish pistol ammunition. It's corrosive, but you don't want to put submachine gun ammo through a pistol, especially not a CZ52 or a CZ70, but probably not a Tokarev either. Yeah. Let's see. It's a nice steel gun. Feels real good in your hand. Bears a resemblance to the 1903 FN Browning. See, it's blued. It's got a really nice blue to it, actually. I'm very happy with the way this gun looks. I think it's a pretty gun. Big. Feels good. Feels good. Big slide comes back when you shoot it. Let's see. We'll do a quick strip on it. Take this little catch. Gotta use a magazine. My fingernails are not big or strong enough. We take this little catch and pull it back there. See? Pulls right back. You push the slide stop out. Slide stop comes out. And slide comes off. You can take the magazine spring out. You can get another fingernail under it. Magazine spring, or sorry, not magazine spring, recoil spring. Recoil spring, it bends, which makes it a lot easier to install and remove than if it were just straight. Barrel lug swings around 180 degrees, comes right off. Barrel, you push this little catch down, and the barrel comes out. This is the barrel. Mine, it's in pretty good condition. It's a little frosty, but it still shoots pretty well, especially with production ammo. The surplus stuff is a little less accurate, but it's cheap. Nice steel slide. To remove the firing pin, people complain about this. You just take this slide stop, push it down on the firing pin, disengage the little stop for the firing pin, ease the firing pin out. The first couple times you do this, it will come back and hit you in the face or else go across the room, and you'll spend the rest of the night looking for it. This little stop holds the firing pin into the slide. Then there's the firing pin. Uh-oh. I just dropped something. Oh, there it goes. Now covered in dog hair is this little doodad, which goes on top of the firing pin. So we have this outer spring, integrated spring around the firing pin. To put it back in, the integrated spring is encased by this outer spring. I don't know what this stuff is really called. This little hat-looking thing goes on the top of the firing pin. Let me get the dog hair off. And then you just slide her on back into the slide. And things come off. So put it back on. Alright. Slide stop. This little thingy thing. Make sure that the ridge that's on this goes down. So then you kind of need 3 hands to do this, but I just put the slide vertically on something, a nice solid surface. Push the firing pin down, push it all the way down, push it all the way down into its little chamber there, and then just slide the stop back on, and that's it. Look how easy that was. Look how much people bitch about that on the internet. This hammer assembly just comes out. I'm not going to strip the rest of the gun. You'll need to strip the rest of the gun if you buy one of these, because it will be absolutely caked in cosmoline. Let's see. This thing, barrel goes back in. Lug goes back on. The recoil spring goes back in. Look how easy the bendy recoil spring makes it. Let's see. And the frame on this gun, I love the bluing. Mine has a little bit of rust. Just a little bit, because I've sort of neglected to clean it a few times. After shooting non-corrosive ammo through it and leave it out. But you know, really, this gun's in good condition. For the price, you can't beat it. Alright, I'm approaching 7 minutes, so slide this back on. This hammer assembly is sometimes a little weird. You gotta put the safety on and off to seat it. Slide goes back on. I feel like I'm rushing, but this video is taking forever. Slide stop goes in. This little clippy thing goes back on. And yeah, you know, lots of people have good videos on disassembling and cleaning this firearm. Lots of people have good videos about its history. My impressions of it, I've enjoyed owning it. I really have. Especially considering how cheap ammo was last year. I'm still working my way through a big 1260 round case. I take it to the range a lot. It feeds almost all the time. Sometimes it has a failure to feed. One thing I've noticed is that sometimes I get a finger on this or my thumb on this when I'm shooting, and it will lock back when I do that. So yeah, I would never carry this gun. 7.62 by 20.5 is kind of a mediocre round for personal defense. Has a lot of velocity, but it's just going to make really tiny holes in whoever you shoot with it if you have to use it in a personal defense situation. Also, you can't find reliable self-defense ammo for it. And by that I mean nobody makes hollow points. What else is going on with this gun? The safety is aftermarket, even though some people will tell you it's not. It is. It's a hammer block safety, or trigger block safety, I think. So you put it on, you can't squeeze the trigger. There's also a magazine safety. When the magazine's removed, you can't fire the gun. But there's another reason I would never carry this gun. Alright, safety's on. Oh look, I'm pulling the trigger. Hammer's not coming down. Oh snap! Hammer's coming down. So that would be bad. Yeah, let's see, it's got just very basic sights, but they're usable. It's a great gun, you know, for $200, can't beat it. Yeah, I put my finger over the barrel. Oh no, it's not loaded. It's not a big deal. Yeah, PM me if you have any questions.